Hey, what's goody guys? Welcome back to your girl's channel. Today we're going to be checking out this little documentary about the Migos. You know, they be talking about Offset and Quavo, Sacrifice, Takeoff. Now, I really don't like to believe in all this stuff, but anyway, let's check it out.
Recently, Quavo and Offset reunited at the BET Awards to do a tribute performance for the fallen Migo member Takeoff. This performance instantly got my attention as the imagery shown at the performance tells a dark story. If you saw my previous video covering the passing of Takeoff, then you should already know. I believe what happened to Takeoff was by design. I believe Takeoff was chosen for this ending, and watching this performance just further proves this to me. See, like I already mentioned in the past, there is plenty of signs that foreshadow Takeoff's passing in the music video for Messy that came out the same day Takeoff passed away. In the Messy video, we saw three important instances. One at the very beginning of the video, when they show Takeoff walk by a group of guys who are arguing over a gambling game. This is the most interesting out of the three, as later that day, Takeoff would be watching Quavo argue during a dice game right before he passed away. The next important scene from the Messy video is when they show Quavo laying on a bed, looking at a contract that states Migos contract. He then picks up a piece that's next to him on the bed while he makes a worried face. The scene right after this shows Takeoff standing next to an RIP Halloween decoration. I've brought this up many times before because this is truly bizarre. There's no way this isn't foreshadowing imagery. This video came out the same day Takeoff passed. The song was even called Messy, just like this entire situation has been. After Takeoff's passing, we saw Quavo honoring him at the Grammys. He was wearing a mask that just so happened to cover half of his face, which made him appear like he was doing the one-eye symbolism. He was also seen holding up Takeoff's chain in what's supposed to be a tribute, but looked more like an honoring of a sacrifice. Sometime after that, he dropped his music video for Honey Bun that showed Quavo in a vault full of money while looking at the Migos contract again. This imagery connected perfectly to the Messy video, with Quavo on the bed looking at the contracts. All of this to me pointed to not only Takeoff's passing being predetermined, but that he was a ritual offering done by Quavo and Offset for their continued success. Watching this
If all of this is true, I want you to remember that these guys are actually related. Uncle, cousin, all that. They're related. Blood related. That's fucking fucked up.
Watching this new BET performance further confirms my point. In this performance, they're not even hiding it anymore. They're letting the world know Takeoff was an offering. At one point, I felt that Offset had nothing to do with what happened to Takeoff, but I do not believe that anymore. Watching this performance made it clear to me, Takeoff was offered so the Migos could be infinite. Just like Quavo named his and Takeoff's last album, Infinity Links.
That for me sounds like greed, because these guys are so fucking successful that they don't need any extra success. Like, a lot of people know them, they have all this money. What more do you want? This is just greed. It sounds like greed to me. Not being content. That's crazy.
The Migos were falling off and their time had come and went. Quavo wasn't trying to say goodbye to the fame. They were chosen for this and they took the opportunity. The BET performance starts strange from the very beginning. When BET drops the beat, we hear some weird chanting being played that sounds truly disturbing. My thoughts is that it could be the lyrics of the song in reverse, but it sounds like a satanic chant. I will try to play it if I can, but if I can't, just go check out the performance for yourself.
Bro, what?
While the strange chant is playing, we see Quavo and Offset walk out from where a beam of light is shining. Quavo and Offset perform while behind them, they show a rocket ship to represent Takeoff. At a certain point, the music stops and purple smoke appears while Quavo and Offset point at the screen. We then see Quavo and Offset looking at each other while a picture of Takeoff is shown in the back, then flames erupt on the stage. It clearly appears like they're showing Takeoff in a back burning in flames. This is clearly an honoring ritual, just like we saw with Kanye West at his Donda event. At this very moment right here, you can see exactly what this is supposed to be, a ritual. To further confirm this, the stage then forms a spirit circle, and Quavo and Offset get in the middle and start dancing and performing. Coincidentally, the song that they're performing is Bad and Bougie, a song that doesn't even feature Takeoff. It was the song that DJ Academics famously asked Takeoff how he felt being left off of it. So why perform that song as a tribute performance? On top of this, some of the lyrics were interesting, especially when you see Takeoff's image in the back burning in flames. In the song, not only do they mention the devil, but they also bring up magic and voodoo. This performance was an open honoring ritual, and since Takeoff passed, Quavo and Offset have been highlighted in every industry performance, the Grammys, and now the BET Awards. We know exactly what is going on. The more time that passes, the clearer it becomes that Takeoff was a ritual offering, especially when you look at the Messy music video, then you look at the Honey Bun video, and now you see this BET performance. You cannot deny it. They're having the Migos perform this honoring ritual at almost every award show so far. And the reason for this is because Takeoff was a ritual offering for the industry. Wow. This is how the industry works. And they have not been trying to hide this imagery at all.
Yeah, I definitely see that. And I was just on here with you last week saying it's like every other day we're on here saying that they're doing something else ridiculous like this. And here they are again at the BET Awards, because you know they have to do it at all of their award shows, claiming to be honoring him. And like you said, that whole chanting in the beginning, that stood out to me. I think that was one of the number one things that stood out to me, because I don't know in what type of way, shape, or form you're trying to honor somebody with that type of chanting going on. If you've heard the chanting, it sounds pretty demonic, like ritual-like.
The whole thing has like this spooky, eerie vibe. They started with the stage being dark, and then that sound plays while Offset and Quavo walk out on the stage and start performing. You know, this is a clear example of what they're telling us happened, especially when you see the spirit circle and they walk in it and start performing within it. It's all planned to look this way for a reason, and people need to understand. They need to open their eyes that they're showing us so many signs, and they're not even trying to hide it at this point, but they know that the people simply don't care. And the whole entire BET performance, it always has this vibe about it. It always has this imagery within it. It was interesting to see Quavo fighting Offset, but now it seems like that was also planned. It was all done for a specific reason. Seeing them come together and do this performance, the way it came out, I feel that they were both involved. I feel like they both knew this was going to happen. Prior to this, because I saw Offset distance himself from Quavo and look disappointed about the whole situation, I felt that maybe he wasn't involved. But after him saying that Takeoff wasn't truly his family, and then getting back with Quavo for this, I can see them reuniting to do a whole performance now, and it's selling out and them making millions of dollars, also releasing more music, tributing things to the fallen Migo that was really just their offering to bring their career back on track.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense, because I remember right after Takeoff's passing, Quavo was the only person speaking out about stuff, you know, talking about it. And Offset had only made one video asking people to stop talking about it. So that right there stuck out. And, you know, it made me feel like how you felt also, thinking that maybe Offset had nothing to do with it. And then especially at the Grammys, when Quavo and Offset had that situation backstage, you know, it really made me feel like they were distancing themselves from each other. And then it wasn't even that long ago, Offset was saying that he wasn't even related to them. And now they're performing together. I was really, really confused by that, because to me, I thought they didn't like each other no more. But like you said, that was probably just the game that they were playing to help build themselves back up.
I honestly feel like they're going to capitalize off this situation for sure. And that's what I think this all was. I don't believe Takeoff was aware this was going to happen to him. I think this happened to him and he had no idea. But honestly, this is how the industry works. We've seen so many instances where these artists come out themselves and basically admit that they had to offer loved ones in order to make it. And this is exactly the same thing that I see with the Migos. The Migos had their initial success. They made it up there and they obviously sold out. They're a part of the agenda. They were working for the Masonic Order. Their time was ending, just like we've seen so many rappers, but they wanted to take it to that legend status. They wanted to take it to the next level. So what they did was they made a ritual offering, in my opinion, to take it to that next level. Now we're going to see them reunite and turn this into a major opportunity. And the thing is, there's already been so much that I've connected to this incident for people not to believe there's something else going on. Even the mother of QC was saying that she believed Takeoff was a ritual offering because she knows that her son dabbles in occultism and is a Satanist. All of this came out of her mouth. What also caught my attention on the BET Awards was the fact that they gave Damson Idris Actor of the Year award, and that instantly caught my attention. I believe it was Taco that sent it to me. The moment he saw it, it caught his attention because I recently did a video on Damson where he was admitting that he was calling upon Satan himself in order to help him with his acting. He claims that he went to a corner, he spoke to the devil and summoned him, basically trying to use his energy to act out a scene.
I remember sometime we did 10 episodes for my show, and this last season, I was hitting a block. Like I was like, oh, I'm not doing it right. So I went in the corner, and then I was looking at the wall, and I was like, come on, devil, right? Come to me, because I had to do something like crazy, right? I had nightmares for a month. So it does come after, like nightmares every day. I just felt that energy, and I had to pray and do all this stuff to like get rid of it. And you call your mom up, and you're like, you're back to life, and that stuff is real. That stuff really is real.
So it's not surprising at all that BET would give him Actor of the Year award, when before this, he wasn't really getting all this recognition. He goes and tells the world openly that he serves the devil, and now he's being rewarded as Actor of the Year. This is the beginning of his massive movie career that's going to start as of now. He's going to continue climbing up now because he already has the attention of Hollywood. He admits to serving the god of Hollywood, and then they crown him the best actor. This is literally how the system works.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the last season of Snowfall. It would definitely make sense to see him going on to bigger things now, especially after that interview that he put out. And the fact that they gave him this award, they're basically honoring him for having communication with the devil. They're honoring him for doing what he did. And that's why other actors and artists do the same thing, because they know that's how the system works.
Exactly, and just take a look at the people they have performing at the BET Awards. You know, they had Lotto there. All she pushes is that materialistic agenda to the woman, pushes that Little Kim, Nicki Minaj agenda that's been corrupting females for years, telling them to use their beauty for money. They also had Ice Spice there, who, unsurprisingly, like I said before, we were going to start seeing a lot more of her. They're going to prompt her up to the top because they're building her as a new Nicki Minaj. They know she has the ear of the kids and the kids like her. So they're going to start using her to manipulate them. And that's exactly what we've been seeing. That's why they have her at the Met Gala doing the one eye symbolism. That's why they have her in that song with Taylor Swift, where Taylor Swift is showing herself as the devil and Ice Spice is literally being shown as a god. This is the reason for this, you know? Ice Spice was given the opportunity early on, and she was invited into this. She was chosen for this. And now she's climbing to the very top. Pay attention to the people they have at these award shows. These are not opportunities. These are people that they want to push onto us. Something else that caught my attention, I was looking at the comments of the BET performance between Quavo and Offset, and everyone's just so happy to see them together. They felt so emotional. What they don't understand is that what they're truly feeling is the energy that these people are giving off. They are literally performing a ritual. You guys are not feeling nothing but that energy that they're letting off, that energy that they're communicating to you guys through the frequencies in their music, through the imagery in their performance. They're clearly doing a ritual, and that's what the people are feeling. That's what the fans are absorbing. All of those fans in the comments are sadly lost. They don't understand what's truly going on. Even though they saw the BET start the performance with the song being played backwards, if that's even what it is, because it really just sounds like a satanic chant. I want you guys to take a listen to it. If I can't play it here, then you guys just go watch the video. It plays right at the beginning, and you guys let me know what you think that is, because it truly sounds demonic, and it all looks demonic to me. That's it for this video.
I don't believe in voodoo. I don't believe in none of that. But what I believe is there are people in the industry who make you do things to acquire this money and fame. That's what I believe. It's not just in Hollywood. It happens even in Kenya. I believe it happens in other parts of the world as well. And that's why I really take my time with this music thing, this music industry thing. Because if you're not careful, you're going to lose yourself. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Thank you guys for watching. And your girl will see you in the next video. Peace, y'all.